the sound. I will put on the Lost Boys here in a second. We actually talking about in our like work meeting today, like what all the stuff we can expect to see here in the next 6 to 8 months for doing all of like AI related support and stuff. And I'm like, well, I didn't want to work here. It's fine. Like AI voice models fielding calls. Good chance until it doesn't. Okay. Someone say something for me.
Something?
Something for you.
So beautiful. All of you. Okay. That's that. We have a countdown going 3 minutes and 55 seconds until the Lost Boys take their stage. I've got a beer opened. Be right back.
Oh, you can't see it.
Oh, look at that selfie!
This music is really bumping, I'd say.
How did they like receive it? I know you said it went well, but like they were into it. Yeah. Like, did you just like have a bunch of pre-made characters? Give me a quick summation of what happened. I can't see it. You see our... Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
Like 2 of them for diplomacy checks.
Yes.
To the point
So
to
he's
where,
like, I'm gonna kill you all.
yeah, they like degraded his family, they talk trash, this, that, and the next, and so finally he charges in. I rolled my highest initiative for the night, and then a nat 1 on my first attack roll. It worked well because it was about time for us to wrap up, so what I did is I just had him literally try to hit the group, but he charged through and hit the cage of the torch, which was a task to get that cage off, and ended up getting stuck in it and tearing it off himself. Which it was just kind of poetic. And so after that, one of the party members took their like torch artifact, lit the torch of destiny or torch of flame, or I don't know what I called it. Lit the torch, everything came back on in the forest, banished the evil spirits, the Minotaur faded away, and they walked out merrily, happily, and ever after.
Nice.
But yeah, it was well received by all. Like, everyone was having a really good time, which was always the dream. I had my chief operating officer in for a little while. He's like this mid to late, probably 50s guy. We just had no clue what he was looking at, and he was like taking pictures and stuff, and just he was having a blast.
That's funny.
Oh, that's the wrong one. It works.
Is this our circle?
Oh, you're in a circle, all right.
Circle of friendship.
Boy.
North Mog. There it is. There we go. Yeah, compared to what it looks like outside, much, much bigger on the inside. You know?
That's what they said about me too.
How long have
He
I
looks
got?
bigger on the inside.
I got one. But it was well received.
Put it all in here.
Everyone enjoyed it. They all did the things that they do. And that was
Paid
that.
you extra money. They're like, you know what?
Yeah.
You
I
get a
totally
bonus.
got paid so much extra for that. So much extra. I got the bonus in my heart. The warm jimmies.
And just a little bit in other places.
Oh, yeah.
We scored, I think, 145 points.
What was that?
What
Wow.
Don't worry about it.
I don't know what that
are
could
you
have
even
been.
doing?
Are you
So-
100% dedicated to this session?
Seeing as how we've not started the session, no.
Oh, dude. We're starting right now. What are you talking
Session
about?
is started.
This is started.
I
The
can
session
even hear the
starts when I hear
music.
the song. When I hear the song, the
Okay.
session.
That's fair. That's
That's
fair.
fair.
That's fair.
Speaking of music. No,
I was
no,
just
that-
thinking about a humble boy.
Dare to step away.
You're not a very humble boy.
Dare to step away
He might have been
Stepped
that
away.
from his naked
From his
gaze.
naked
As the noble goblin made himself
I've heard of a noble goblin.
and
Started to
started to spell. The champion of Gorum
Dude, this guy.
sent to make decorum of heathens
He's forsake
elves
Gord.
of
Tell.
the
Tell me about him.
His name is.
Lost Boys.
Those
Give
guys.
it up for the
Back
Lost
quit. The
Boys.
cockies of his
Fucking and causing ruckus, Lost Boys. A promise eternal and forever.
It's the best intro that anyone has ever introed with.
It's your finest work
I
to
don't-
date.
I really don't think I can do any better than that. I think I've peaked.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
It is a classic.
Pack it up.
It'll go
man.
down with Mozart and
There.
others.
Did you
Others.
say share?
Mozart and Cher.
Lost Boys.
Last time on the Lost Boys, as we surmise a little bit on and off throughout the years, but this is okay. The Lost Boys will get lost, like Lost Boys do. And then when they come back, it's all the greater, all the better. Last time, they ventured
2
north.
weeks in a row, can we say? Props to us.
Like,
Gold stars all around.
seriously, mad props. My nephew reached out and he's like, dude, Lost Boys? And I was like, Lost Boys.
We give the people what they want.
That's it, man. Every time. With that, they ventured north in the city of Mogcheseth, of which they had arrived from the eastern Moaning Mountains. They're being sent on a non-quest quest after many other quests. They essentially reneged on their deal with the demons. They fought off alien things, pushed a succubus to someone else, still out in the corner.
I was gonna say, what happened to her?
Yeah, she's still off in the corner with some random dwarf guy.
Rando. That's fine.
Oh yeah, look at them.
40 seconds, am I right?
Hey, you know. And so anyway, they were tasked with helping dwarves start loading and unloading incredibly giant sword.
Peasant work.
Wait, do what?
Peasant work,
Peasant work, as he would say.
as Zarnok would say. Yes.
Yeah, they started moving those swords, and eventually found out that one of the swords had a remaining soul left in it. They started to fight it until Jarbo intervened. I believe there might have been a nat 20 in there.
Definitely
Something like
not
that.
one.
I can't even, it's way far
Oh,
back.
plenty of nat ones.
Gunther. There's Marchesiah. Sephiroth. Rusty Blade. Drushka and Lorx. People dying. Voltier's Art. There we go. Jarbo. Jarbo had a D20 7 days ago in 0 hours.
Yeah, it's either a D20 or a critical failure against a charm.
Oh, yeah, because you charmed it.
Oh, my mouse is. Everything is going slow. Here.
Yep, you charmed. And then I did. Yeah, I did not pass that charm. So it's helpful or friendly towards you. And then after that, I think you just That's what I loved on it.
Yeah, we're just this is my sweet little swordy buddy.
Does he misses being in the sword?
I do.
He
Really, my
misses the
secret
warmth.
thing is that I'm gonna swap place. Guy in the sword, he's gonna inhabit my body, but I'll be the one to control, but in a sword.
Makes total sense. Sounds like a Naruto plot hook. Anyway, as they befriended whatever soul was in this animated sword, the dwarves demanded that they give them a remake, or a redo, or an additional blade to take the space of the one of which that they took from the inventory order. So, with that, we preload our Log North Forge. All the boys have thick computers, so we don't really have to preload. As all the boys walk in, they find themselves upon some cracked cobblestone, looking at racks and all sorts of various tools and utilities to create new weapons.
Oh yeah.
With
I
that,
like creating weapons.
they are free to explore around a little while as they start getting in line of sight to dwarves that are totally there already. And starting to spawn.
Yeah. You know what I'm doing? You know what I'm gonna do? Roll some perception. Oh,
I'm
what's going on?
gonna-
What do I see?
yeah.
Can't click it. There's no active
No, I'm
engagement.
gonna roll a perception.
No,
I know
roll.
I want to roll a perception.
As per Juan's suggestion, Nat 8 is wild.
why
for the
won't
rest
it let
of the
me?
session.
Oh, that's
You're-
an initiative.
you're rolling initiative,
That's fine.
You're good. Take off the grid.
Oh.
Sorry, it'll reload for a second. It's good like enough with the tiles. Music too loud? Too soft?
Perfect.
Cool.
It's perfect.
Said Nat 8 is wild for the rest of the session. The trick is to fold the steel. If you were Quant here, thank you for joining us, Quant. Happy Tuesday evening.
Perceive. I want to perceive.
There are perception rolls all over the
Oh,
place.
dude, Jarba, what a roll!
Yeah, what?
We all perceive.
I want to perceive something about these crystals.
I just want to perceive something. I don't even know what.
Just trying to perceive anything.
I'm just trying to perceive Mars side.
We're all looking around.
Just straight looking.
I'm just looking at Mars
Okay, I
side.
will
Like,
see something.
All of them are
I'm
looking.
trying to figure out what I
incredibly
ever saw on him, you know?
hard. Martasai is looking around. Now, what did you want to perceive, Martasai?
I all rotated wonky.
Just like the general vibe, you know? Like,
Control, scroll. Sorry, to rotate.
Roll. Oh, troll roll.
Oh yeah. People go in circles. You wanted to see what you could see? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Or,
dude.
specifically,
You see a
these
lot
crystals.
of seemingly pleb-like weapons, simple boys, unlike the hands of which yours would hold, amongst the wall. Lots of weapons, weapon racks, shields. It looks as if they're gearing up for some ridiculously big conflict.
Martin, do I still belong to a deity?
Yes and no. You don't you don't owe them any contracts too much. Let's see what it says here. Hold on.
Mephistopheles?
Song says the
Mephistopheles.
champion of
So,
Thor.
your scroll of knowledge.
Mythical.
After the Quetzalcoatl incident, the contract has been changed and adjusted. Sword of Destruction Slashy was purged of Jarba, traded to Mephistopheles for a renegation of the contract. Dragon's soul is still bound. Meanwhile, the Lost Boys still have to pay their tribute to the deity each session. They are free to roam about the area as they please. So it looks like your reconstructed soul and body still has a debt to a certain degree to pay. But you are free to roam and to sacrifice as you please, you know?
Sure.
Um,
Just like we like it.
I'd like to use my Mage Hand spell to grab some of this metal ore that seems to be over here.
Excuse me.
Why do you have to use your mage hand spell? Why can't you just
Because
walk
I don't
up?
want to dirty my fingers.
He's a widow
Okay.
goblin.
That's what peasants do. I'm not a peasant. I'm a mage.
Oil poison.
And then I want to use crafting to craft a sword.
I would like to, right after he uses his mage hand to pick stuff up, just walk over and pick it up with my hand.
And I'd like to use my mage hand to slap you in the face.
Yeah, so a couple of things happen here, I guess. Zarnok, you do pick up some coal ore and a couple of other things.
There's
And without
iron.
saying anything to anyone about anything,
I know how to craft.
you straight just walk over and throw the coal into, like, you know, a thing. Probably
Furnace?
cauldron.
Maybe?
No, it's called
This is
the,
Bro, this would be a furnace right here.
yes,
I
this
see
is
it.
a furnace.
Smelter.
But the little...
No.
The
Whoever said
crucible.
that.
Yeah, into the
Crucible.
smelter. Yeah, the crucible. Yep, I know about crafting.
Crucible, Mr. Know-It-All Crafter. And Zarnok, you put the stuff in the stuff and you shove it into the thing with your mage hand as well.
Oh, man.
As that happens, Martisaya, you walk up looking directly at Zarnok as you do so.
Right.
And just pick up ore with one hand.
With my hand.
Just...
And then I take it and I put it in his hand.
No, it didn't happen. My hands hurt.
I grab his hand with my physicality. And I put it in his hand.
Hold on. I think we need some checks here.
I guess
resist
so.
it.
You're
I
resisting
resist-
this.
What do I roll?
Unarmed attack roll, good Sir Martisaya.
Hell
Zarnok,
yeah.
currently your ingots are melting. Oh shit.
Oh, come on.
Alright, who's tracking the gnats tonight?
Alright, I want to pull my ingots out when they're ready because I'm such a good crafter.
Sorry, hold on.
Your hands are about to get dirty, boy.
Screw you.
That's pretty funny.
Of course, this is when I roll in that point. Like,
This is like the ultimate one he rolls tonight.
Hey, you know, you taught him a
Actually-
lesson.
Martin, you'd appreciate this. At our work, we use Slack, and you can program custom responses from like Slackbot in Slack. And so I did. Anytime anyone says D20, it just generates a random number between 1 and 20. So like that's how we in the data team like decide who does what projects now. We just say like, okay, roll a D20, highest number gets to pick.
That's incredible. I don't know. Sometimes you gotta let the dice decide.
We leave it up to chance, man. Like this, I'm taking this dirty ore and I'm rubbing it in Zarnok's hands. I'm taking both hands and I'm just smushing the ore into his hand.
I'm not
Just-
happy about that.
How does your mage hand feel now?
If
Mage hand clean.
do a will save,
My hands are
Zarnok.
dirty.
Just do a will save, man. He's as Martisaya comes over with
Wait,
his
should
big.
we do like a fortitude or a reflex maybe?
I
I
mean,
feel like reflex would be the one, right?
no, you're gonna will save.
Okay.
It's your mentals here that are really hurting.
Oh,
Damn. We tried, Zarnok. You have one hand out, another sort of manipulating whatever ingots you've got in the fire, and with one hand you just feel disgusting amounts of ore just being rubbed in your hands.
He has like a clenched fist and I pry each finger open.
My God! That shit's fucked up. Anyway, so that happens. Jarbo is across the room looking at weapons this whole time.
Yeah, I just look at stuff. Man,
Jarbo, you find amongst all of the weapons a couple of like rare specialties, like a weird sort of looking sledgehammer with some runes on it. But aside from that, standard procedure. The animated blade runs over to you as you're looking at other weapons.
hey, these things look a lot nicer than you do. I mean, no offense, but they're just.
wait, I thought they were like they were not. Didn't he say it?
Brimstones in it.
I thought He specifically said that they don't look good. They're like just your everyday run-of-the-mill.
Y'all had really low perception checks.
I thought it was
I had
okay.
pretty good perception cat.
16? Come on. Come on.
Hey,
With a plus 14? Come on.
Dude,
That's
that's pretty
20 for
good.
nothing.
16 is a high roll.
It's
Out of
something.
20?
Perception check, you're a 14.
Not mine.
that's at
Mine
least a
was
C,
really terrible.
right?
Robert hits a 30,
C's
dude.
get degrees. C's get perception-ease.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's the
Jarbo, the animated blade starts, you kind of hear it crying a little bit internally. I thought you were my friend.
Hey. I'm just saying, what if we, I bet we could move your soul into one of those things just saying, if you ever want, we don't have to, just,
Oh yeah, have we learned anything new about this sword?
hey, by the way, Sword, what's your
Too
name?
busy rubbing coal in my hands.
Hey, we got to get our priorities done, right?
You talk to the blade, and I don't remember my name. Zarnok,
Oh,
your ingots are ready.
Alright, I use my mage hand. And
They're
I
They've
hot
been cooking this whole time.
and molten.
pour,
Yes.
pour my molten ingots into a mold.
What sort of a mold are you gonna pour them into?
Arnok,
Sword
Arnok,
mold.
don't forget to throw those coals in your hand,
Look
and
just
Sword
like
mold.
the sword that we are making.
don't forget to throw the coals in your hand in there.
The big one. The big ones that we were trying to move.
Big ol' one. Yeah, you see a big ol' looking crucible just shortly over, next to some like hot embers. Imagine it to be right there, And
Yep.
with your mage hand, you start pouring successfully. You see all of the ingots run into the old crucible, and it looks like the lovely outline of a iron sword.
And then I need to like smash it or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to do next, but I use my
You're
crafting.
supposed to put it in the water, right? Cool it off.
Is that maybe that's what I need to do? Yeah,
That's
cool it
what
down
you
a
do
little
next.
Yep.
Do you grab with your mage hand and water it?
bit. Obviously.
The mage hand grabs the molten hot blade after it starts to have cooled, and he dips it into the water repeatedly. Any hammering you're gonna do?
Yes, I'm going to hammer it straight and smooth and sharp and good.
Yeah, you,
Man, that's a good idea.
you
With
do
the
that.
mage hand.
Mage hand picks up the pair of hammers, or the
Okay.
hammer that is nearby, and begins to you start pounding that shit.
Pound it.
Ding.
I can hear it. I can hear the pinging.
You're right next to it, Arnok.
Yeah, that happens. Roll another crafting roll. Let's see how this turns out.
Do it.
Oh yes, by the skin of his little bitty teeth, he finally puts some of the last dings on the blade. Now finally, one of the head craftsmen looks over at him. Little guy, you got some good mage hands. Now,
Bang.
which soul are you gonna put in it?
Soul? They didn't all have souls, did they?
We had silenced the rest of them.
Where are the souls?
He like whistles, right? Like
You
something
guys
like
keep
that.
your soul here.
And in come a
I think
couple.
your dog is wondering who's calling it.
Of
Yeah.
slaves. Let's see. Where's another? That's a weird.
Bring out your slaves.
Bring out your slaves.
I have to extra slaves.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out.
Hey, Sorty, I was thinking we could just call you like Patrick. You know,
Slave.
you know,
We'll just call you slave.
maybe Mojamil.
Mr.
You know, you know.
Oh.
Anyway.
Slaves.
A group of 4 slaves begin to be walked out,
Well, these guys are crazy looking.
one of which appears to be... What are they called? It's what Lorx's character is. Hold on. Last quest. Musketeers, anyone?
Hmm?
There it is. The evil D&D is dubbed the 5 Nutsketeers.
Classic.
It's a classic. Works. Flesh warp. There it is. The guy in the middle is a flesh warp. Anyway, he brings all of these prisoners up to y'all, and he points and kind of brings them into the middle of the room. As all of you look down, you see some runes carved and engraved upon the ground. It looks like 2 different layers worth. Some pretty ridiculous looking magic here. And finally the head smith yells over, "You gotta do the ritual! I'll go on!"
Do I have to get some occultism rolls here? Is that what I have to do?
I believe that would be super relevant.
Figure that out.
The guards sort of like guard nearby.
Ugh.
You know, Mats.
I was so close to.
So close to greatness.
wanting. Yeah.
Wait, you have to pick one of these slaves?
Yeah, he does.
Patrick,
Zarnock,
do you know
as
any-
you try to
do you know
recall,
any-
roll me one more occultism roll as well. So you try to recall anything about this ritualistic sort of stuff that you could imagine. You start conjuring in your head this mental image or this mental picture of this incredibly old species of giants that are coming together and essentially forging. And with that, you realize that the pounding into submission is in fact how this blade will be forged. You realize that in fact this sort of ritualistic looking stuff on the ground is in fact indicative of a smashing or stoning recipe.
Alrighty.
While he was learning
look
that,
around
I tried to
for-
chop this guy's head off.
I mean, go ahead and
Which one though?
roll for
I mean,
damage.
Okay.
Which guy?
This is the guy I'm standing next to.
Oh, this guy.
Martisayat, you take the blade off of your back and do this quick, incredibly fast swing. Whoosh. And
Sounds
as
like
you
me.
do so, you're grabbing. He has hair. This one does totally. You grab the hair on his head. Your
Or just a
flaming
bit.
sword literally cauterizes the wound as you decapitate and kill the slave on the spot.
He's now an ex-slave.
His body crumbles to the ground. There is no blood. Completely cauterized.
Well,
Messed up, please.
Alrighty. That
Word.
happens. They cart the body off and they look weirdly over at Martisaya.
Wait, did I get to give it to Mephistopheles?
Yeah, I totally got that. That was the point up. At one point
please.
in like the one shot we did tonight, someone was had issues with their god, and then finally had like some good rolls, and so they just did that same gesture. You know? It was pretty great. The massive damage immediately kills them. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh, God.
It says that in the chat. Like,
Wait. Oh, that's amazing. I thought you did that. Oh, that's amazing. I love that.
anyway, so that happens. Finally, the head dwarf guy in the back. Hazi, did you haul him out? Hazi, yes, me lord, yes. And finally, oh, so it looks like you only have 3 options now.
Yeah, there's like,
Okay.
well, that's
So I
happening.
look around
Anyways.
for some large, a hammer, and I grab the hammer with my mage hand.
You know, someone else in the party had just found or spied upon.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a sledgehammer with runestones over here, by the way.
Hey, Jarbo, you wanna grab that hammer and just smack one of these fools?
Well, hold on 1 second, Zarnak. I was just wondering. Hey,
Wait, you
Patrick,
need someone to cut someone's head off?
Patrick, do you want to?
No. It needs to be smashed, not cut.
I'm on it.
Okay. That's not.
God damn it. Roll for damage. The same thing happens, man. He's just literally off this girl. Like, no questions asked, cauterizing the wound.
Mephistopheles, 1 up, dog.
One for next sesh, huh?
I'd go back to what I did.
Like Quint was saying, once again, the boys are liberators of the oppressed.
As you were.
Yeah, Hazi also carts out this other body.
Yeah, Zarnak. Anyways, this is right over here. There's a sledgehammer over here if you want to bludgeon these slaves.
Alright.
Hey, what are you doing, Jarbo?
I'm gonna grab it with the.
Well, I
the
was trying to offer Patrick an
So, the
option.
main hand sucks. Let's do it with real hands. Jarbo, you're up.
Wait for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go.
All right. I walk over to you. Now, the real goal is to hit him really hard in the head.
Right.
Oh, no, you didn't pick it up. It's still over there. You thought you had it.
Come on, yeah.
It says animated brew.
Really,
That should be
Jarbo.
great.
Watch where you're swinging that thing.
Okay, so there are 2 slaves currently in the midst of the circle. There is one, oh my gosh. What are they called? I don't have it.
It's flesh.
Flesh warp. Flesh
Yeah.
warp, I think.
You said it before, and I couldn't remember.
I
It's not
said
flesh warp.
something. I'm pretty sure it's flesh warp. There's a flesh warp, and then there's what appears to be an older sort of man with a long gray beard. Brown beard.
Why don't you just take out this ugly thing?
Yep. Down.
Yeah, let's take it out.
Bonk him on the head.
It begins to mumble.
Ew.
Just
brain
ignore it.
Lorks!
Fine.
It sounds
Fine.
like an energizer.
Please don't! Lorks! Oh my god, Lorks, please! They pulled the
yeah.
other slave out.
Okay.
Murder. Murder.
Jarbo, go ahead and roll for damage, my man.
Wait, shouldn't he have damage from this one?
It'll be.
Well.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Wait, did
I
that?
got you. This needs to do more. As it should be. I'm gonna roll for you. Jarbo, you strike with the hammer. You do this 2-handed back all the way from the bottom of your heels. John Henry sort of attack.
Yeah.
And the prisoner, the flesh warp, you see all of the bits of flesh that were essentially sewn together and kept together by some sort of magical spell begin to disintegrate as the entire flesh warp literally gets pounded and crushed into the ground. The blood of this creature fills the gaps, and you all begin to see this weird light start glowing in the middle of the room.
Whoa. Look at this weird light. It's starting to glow in the middle of the room. Hey, Patrick. Look at this weird light.
Oh, graphics.
It's beautiful.
It is good. Well done.
With that, as the light glows and fades, the hammer also walks away with Jarbo. glows and fades, and finally you see the long blade that had been forged by Zarnok prior begin to glow that same color of red. You know, and it finally kind of cools off. And it has this weird sort of script on it, much like the rest of them, had they inspected these blades closely. And you hear the room go quiet, and the blade has been forged.
Hell yeah.
What's up?
Now, Martin,
Mm-hmm.
I want to go talk to this guy.
Absolutely. All of you walk out as the last prisoner is escorted out.
Oh.
I mean, y'all don't walk out, sorry. The prisoner is escorted out. And
That's the
y'all are
last
chilling.
chance.
Alright, you guys good with that sword? We good? Everybody good? Good.
Yeah, I would have killed them all. I don't care
Done
who
with
was.
this
killed every single
sword
one of them.
nonsense.
You trying to talk to this dude in the corner?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
diplomacy his ass. Fuck!
It was so close to being really good.
Cool.
I want to walk away.
Don't even
I'm
know who I am.
Martisai, what are you trying to ask?
Apparently nothing. I'm just sticking my finger up my ass. I don't know. I give up.
Martisai, as he's walking over, sees this little dwarf, like, looking up at him. And he just starts to, like, kind of stumble a little bit. And he starts thinking about trying to talk. And before he can even talk, he just puts his head down in shame, lets out this big sigh, and just stands there awkwardly.
Social anxiety attack.
Hey, little one,
I want to go talk to
what you
Ganondorf.
coming to this old guy for?
Who are you?
He grows quiet. ... Oh, I'm just a dwarf in my corner.
Oh. That's not very fun. I chop his head off. No, I'm just kidding.
I want to ask Ganondorf, the Ganondorf guy, if we're good on the swords. I think we're even. We take a sword, we need a
As
sword.
Zarnok, as you look up at this big, strong guy blowing air places, he pretty much ignores you and continues to push against the flume thing heavily, blowing more air into the hot forge.
I think we were talking to the other guy, Jeremiah. The blonde
Which
hair
guy?
guy.
Where is he? Where is he? Oh, this guy. Meow. I'm like, hey, we good? Got the swords you needed? We're all good? Everybody's good?
Oi, but you gotta carry it out and put it on the cart, don't you?
Where is this sword?
Right there.
Don't mistake
Sick.
don't mistake Patrick for the new sword.
Oh, you won't, because this one's gonna be colored.
Hell yeah.
It's-
Hey, Carbo, remember, we have to all help.
Patrick, come on, go grab a side. Let's go.
I used my mage hand that I just helped with a finger.
Don't make me.
Go ahead and roll your strength rolls, boys. Roll your d20s.
Oh, just regular D20s?
Yeah, I'll add the +5 or whatever. Turbo?
I can go through. I see. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
Turbo, you've got a +4. Martisaya is the +5. Taking the brunt of it, Martisaya. You put your shoulders up underneath the blade and heave. Taking slight offense at Zarnok not physically really doing much. Jarbo, you try to approach the hilt of the blade, but you get a little awkward, man. You know, you're looking at the bottom of that hilt, and you're just kind of looking at it, you know?
I know where those hilts. I know what you can do with the sword of hilts.
The sword of hilts.
That sort of hilt. You know,
The sword of hilt. I see.
Hey, Garbo, tell me the story again about how you got trapped in a sword.
With that, all of you feel yourselves getting taxed and need to roll yet another strength roll, as Jarbo elaborates on his story.
Well, long ago, I had a hilt. Stuck it up a butt.
I remember that. Perfectly in butt.
Oh, yes, I did.
Jarbo continues to look at the hilt and really not be much of a help as he starts to kind of trail off, thinking about how he too was once turned into a sword. Zarnok finally picks up on the slack. Remembering the story gives him energy and hope for the future.
He'll really get into places.
With all of
Remember when
that,
we were at that underwater place? And we were like, oh, this is where Jarbo's from. And then we never found out anything about it.
Yeah, we did. Didn't we go there? We went.
I think they killed his dad. Y'all
Yeah,
killed
we
his dad?
went through.
That better be in a lore book somewhere that I can
Yeah.
read.
My daddy in the future is dead.
I
We went
definitely
through it.
probably have it
went
written
through it.
down.
We were
somewhere.
like the people and stuff, and then they were like,
Oh, yeah.
"Yeah, we're gonna break through the surface." I think we like. Hello. Yeah, remember. I think we
North
killed him.
Mog. All of you finally make it out. Hazi staying inside because that's where he is.
That's his home.
It's just where he has to stay. As I make a copy of the animated blade. You all heave very heavily together, except for Jarbo, who's still reminiscing.
Oh, I'm heaving for another reason.
And finally, the red blade makes its way onto the cart.
Hell yeah.
Slightly bigger than the rest, it looks like, too. You know what they say about Zarnok making blades.
That's how we do it. Where I'm from.
When
That's
you
how I
got
roll.
Jarba doing the pounding, it gets bigger.
With that, two of the other dwarves start clicking with their tongues and whistling with their lips. As it looked like they were going to pick up the cart, they really just came up to the side of the fence, and you hear this snap. And they open up this latch on the gate and they swing it open, and they start calling over this weird foreign-looking animal.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's crawling over with its kind of sharp-like claws, as it has a huge pair, or, set of antlers, essentially.
Work.
They hook it up to this thing, call it Molly, pat Molly on the back, and then they send her off. And you see this weird-looking mule thing slowly but surely walk away with all of this weaponry.
Bye, Molly.
Won't mess you.
It does this weird neigh ba thing back, like yeah.
Oh, she knows my native language.
And with that, all of the weapons disappear off of the map. Y'all still find yourself slightly north of Lon Lon Ranch, hearing some really weird sounds coming from the corner of the map. You are free to roam and explore for a little bit.
I want to roam and explore this weird sounds.
I want to climb this
Over
tower.
here.
I want to tickle this kitty that's over here.
Martisaya, you do that. It rolls its belly up at you, and then it runs away.
Yo, aren't you? You're precious.
Even in RPGs, boys, the cats get us every time.
I want to
What,
run on this wheel like a hamster.
It doesn't really budge, but you do find yourself climbed up there with a nice
You do that.
acrobatics or athletics roll. Probably athletics. That'd make more sense to me.
You want me to do a roll?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can roll. Do you know?
Nice. Yeah, you find yourself up on the top. You're looking down at some weird stuff happening between a dwarf and a succubus. They're like halfway between a different dimensional portal. Things are getting weird.
You guys having a good time down there?
They don't hear you at all.
Oh,
Their
yeah.
their head portions are in the other side of the portal.
Oh, you're having a good time.
Alright, can I ask these fellas what they're up to?
Oh yes. Martisai, as you walk over to these seemingly guard-looking like dwarves, you ask them what they're up to. They both look at you and, "Oh, lad, we're guarding from the great wall demons.
Wall demons?
We're surrounded by mountain ranges, of which the demons themselves will come from time to time. Mountainous demons descend because of all the energy we have here.
Hell
And
yeah.
they're not particularly picky about the blood that they harvest."
Tell me about it. Can I ask them, maybe what they get paid to do that?
They both sort of look at each other, look back at you. "Oh, we get about." And they like scratch their beards. "It's been a couple weeks since our last bounty. About 20 gold pieces a head."
Let's see. I check my purse. I have 28 gold pieces. That seems like a lot of gold pieces, considering I've been playing this game for like 6 years now. Well, you boys need some help?
"Oi, lad, we could always use another watcher."
Boys, we joining the watch on the wall?
Let's do
Jon
it.
Snow-esque?
Let's do it.
Hi, I like to watch.
Been a long time since we fought some wall demons.
It's fair.
Fight the wall demons.
All of you walk up to around these dwarves and you see a couple of things happening. Looks like a pretty low-key post. There's a single chair over there for if someone wants to sit down. A couple of cannons at the ready. Some of the cannonballs are actually a little bit rusted. Looks like there's almost cobwebs on the cannons themselves.
Now, boys, don't let me insult you, but it looks like y'all haven't been doing shit here. Everything's all rusty, cobwebs. What kind of lie you spinning? What's going on?
Diplomacy.
No.
How well can you communicate that?
Pretty darn well.
I understood it.
Hey, now one, baby.
I wanted it, dude.
He's back.
Martisaya skillfully explains and walks up to the cannon and like kind of points at the cobwebs, right?
Ooga ooga.
They both look at each other, right? Alright, fine. There ain't been a wall giant in months. Years, even. I've just been getting paid minimum wage to sit here and shit off.
Son of a bitch. How dare you
minimum
lie to a servant of Mephistopheles?
As they say that, you all hear rumbling off in the distance.
Oh,
Both
guys,
of the dwarves jump up quickly and they look at each other. It can't be. Rumble, 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 rumble. So much rumbling is happening right now that I'm gonna get a brand new monster for y'all.
Is there a rumbly in your tumbly?
The likes of which you've never seen. Excuse me.
Guys, there's a lot of rumbling. We actually never signed an employment contract. We could just leave.
oh, that's fair.
It's true.
Although, 20 gold pieces. How many gold pieces do you guys have?
20.
Enough. Do you?
Enough.
I mean, so far we haven't had to use it for anything, so that's fair. I don't think I have rent in this game.
I have 24 gold pieces
22.
and a demonic asteroid.
Wow, that's priceless. 28 gold pieces, 170 silver gold. Do you need 1,000 silver to make 1 gold? Or is it 100 silver? make a goal.
I have to do this to the boys. I said wall giants.
You said wall demons.
Wall demon giants?
Wall giant demons?
Now he's changing the rules.
You said wall gnomes. You said wall harmless gnomes. So,
A harmless little gnome.
Alright.
you
I
said
light the cannon
small,
fuse.
docile, harmless wall gnomes.
Fire it off.
Jesse,
I don't see anything. You keep saying
Jesse,
there's
what was
wall
that cool
demons
thing you
around.
said you had? An egg?
Demonic asteroid.
Wait.
Did you know that I have a dried ogre spider eye?
I want to roll a perception.
Oh yes,
What
you
if we
do that.
put
Look at those
what if we put the spider
wall
eye
demons.
and the asteroid
Wall
together?
It's a basket.
Like a
As
demonic
you perceive, Zarnok,
ogre
you
eye.
feel a rumbling in the ground. You feel
Here,
a demonic presence. Still feels from it so far away off, but oh,
Game
getting
pause.
closer.
but I don't see them.
No, you don't. Not yet.
Pause.
Game is paused. Eating pizza and making mob now.
Oh.
I don't know if you knew or not. Yeah, sorry.
That's some good sounding pizza.
Oh, so freaking crispy, dude. It was prime tonight.
Where'd you get it from?
Pizza Hut, man. The thin crust.
Oh yes.
We don't have
I do like Pizza Hut. Actually do.
That's pretty good.
Pizza Hut has a thin crust?
Oh yeah, dude, it's so good. It's actually like that and their pan pizza, depending on what you're in the mood for.
How far away is is Pizza Hut?
20 minutes. It's in Boone. Yeah, one showed up like pretty recently. You all hear a giant boom as whatever it was that is appearing to have climbed down the mountain has done so, and you hear it from far away. Thunk. Thunk. The dwarves are starting to scramble. They're actually trying to load the cannons. Oi, everybody, please help me. They're like screaming around, like running around in circles. You're gonna-
Can I load this cannon?
Yeah, dude. Roll a...
Strength chest? Check.
Yeah, you can I definitely think Marchesiah can carry a cannonball.
Okay.
More about if he's coordinated enough.
Athletics?
Yeah, let's do it.
Acrobatics?
Let's do... Wait. Dexterity. That's it. Just a 20. Give me a
Okay.
20 and we'll add 2.
Oh.
Good thing
Just
I only
have
needed
to.
a 1.
As he picks it up and tries to move it over, all the like rust and dust and all the weather and tear, it just kind of gets to him and it slips out of his hand immediately
Don't
as
worry,
he
I'll-
picks it up.
I'll use my mage hand.
Roll
No,
a
you-
d20 with the strength roll. Oh,
D20, what's my strength?
that was intense. You probably have like a +0 in strength.
Actually, I don't know where to see it.
It's on your main far left character tab tile thing.
My strength is?
There's nowhere to actually click it. It's just a number.
Yeah, I just can't see it.
Like if you go to your character, the character sheet, and then you click the character tab, it's all the way at the attribute.
Oh, I
modifiers.
see it. I see it. Yeah, +0. Yeah, so just a D20.
A wee little goblin.
Aha!
Jarbo, are you trying to help?
Yeah, stand aside. Let me roll. Warfare.
Oh,
Hey, that's actually incredibly accurate. That would probably be the best one for it. Jarbo literally walks in there with his sword wrapped around his arm.
Where's Warfare?
wait, what is that? What? I don't understand.
I don't
I
know
think
if
he has a
I-
lore.
I don't know if I put it in there or if we legitimately put it in there from
I'm pretty sure it's legit.
because it's right next to my
Oh, it's a
Raw
lore
sexual
skill.
prowess.
The lore skill, you said?
Yeah, it's right next to my raw.
Alright, so I have scribing. I have scribing as my lore skill.
Yeah, so he actually is trained in warfare. That's actually perfect. As both of you try to put this cannonball into a cannon, you both kind of get shown up as Jarbo literally does this like somersault over, grabs the cannonball in one fell swoop, opens it, and just shoops right on in there.
Finally, something this guy's good.
I primed it though with cotton swabs and you know, gunpowder first too.
Look at you.
Plunged it. One.
Alright.
One
I
fell
use
Swoop,
Wait,
swoop.
Jarbo did the other one too.
the touch of combustion to ignite it so that it fires.
Wait, are we ready to fire it?
I don't think we're ready to fire it.
You said you stuffed it with the stuff.
I know,
Yeah,
but we know what we're firing at, Jeremiah.
it doesn't matter. Just fire
Just
it.
fire.
We're range
Jarbo,
finding.
you
right
do
now.
the
We're finding our
exact
range.
same thing to the other one, man.
Attaboy.
That's impressive.
Attaboy.
2 17s, dude, just out the butt.
Just out the butt.
I said what? And I put it in there.
Yep, you know, both of them are primed, ready, and loaded. Off on the distance, you see it.
Mark, I like to use my intimidation skills just to do a battle cry, you know, just so that anything that's coming near us just really intimidated.
You do that. It goes, like you do the wah. Do the
Whoa,
wah.
Mark, don't do it so intimidating. Stop, man. That was, whoa,
I'm scared.
I was gonna leave it to you, man. You know,
goodness.
trying to give you.
You
as much
got me with
room.
that one.
Yeah, he starts screaming and yelling. Martisaya does. Go on.
Oh.
Cheers, cheers.
Whoa.
And you hear it echo off in the distance loudly. From the response, you hear.
Fuck yeah. Was that a fart?
It
What
was
was
a huge fart.
Yeah, that was just the fart. That wasn't him like yelling.
Oh. What the heck? I thought I just saw a giant. I'm scared. Well,
From
what
off
is
in
this?
the distance,
This looks like a titan. I mean, giant.
it's
Uh-oh.
definitely a giant wall demon.
This random YouTube stream I'm watching has this intimidating looking character.
Finally, you see it step into view. As it's bigger than you could possibly imagine.
Oh shit, it's Thanos.
Oh no, it's a
It's
what do you
titan.
call that attack? It's a titan.
It's definitely far enough out to where you could try to shoot it with the cannon still. I'm just trying to indicate
never
that
mind.
it's-
Are we ready?
Oh, shoot.
I used the touch of combustion to ignite the cannons, both of them. Bam.
roll your
Bam.
attack roll. I'm gonna give you more
where's
than
my
likely,
attack
unless
roll?
you roll a 1.
How do I roll attack roll? I don't
See
know.
where it says attack on the touch of combustion?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. 2 attack rolls, please. I won't even give you the
Attack!
multiple attack penalty.
Don't.
Zarnok lights his finger on fire. Successfully lights the first one. Lights the
Attaboy.
second.
Ooh.
And successfully lights the second.
Oh,
That's
The second one he kind of trips on just a little bit, but he catches himself.
fumbled a little bit.
Thankfully. They aim both the cannons at what appears to be an incredibly giant-looking golem-like thing that is approaching them, and shoot.
Fire!
Who should roll
Okay.
d20s here? Anyone want to?
I'll roll one. I ain't scared.
Zarnok rolled 1. Martisaya another. Look at you. Look at you both. Successfully hitting the Titan. Both for 2d20 damage. It takes 28 damage as cannonballs ripple through its exposed giant-like looking skin.
Jarbo, load him again. Jarbo, load him.
I know how to math, I swear.
I'm loading them.
Do the thing.
Go fuck.
It was really good. I'm still really good at this.
Yeah, the DM didn't notice. It was a good roll.
Yeah.
Load it up. Load it up.
Jarbo jumps and does another front flip, and as he tries to pick up the secondary cannonball, there's a puddle of water on the ground that he puts his hand into that the cannonball's sitting in. It makes his hand slippery as he slips with the cannonball and runs into the cannon itself, unsuccessfully loading the first one.
Oh,
Martin,
no.
I try it with the other one with my dexterity again.
Yeah, you do. You try real hard. You too, as you click and pick up the cannonball.
Oh no!
What are your odds, Strode?
What?
That's insane. Both cannons, both times, had the same roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the same person.
Wait, did mine work?
No, not even a little bit. Martasaya, you try to pick it up as well, and you realize that there's an entire puddle of water because this area is kind of sunken down, and you can't grab the ones on the bottom. Your hands
How
slip.
How far away is this giant?
Maybe like another step.
Oh jeez, like, but how many steps is it? How far, like in yards,
Maybe
is
like
this?
300 feet.
300 feet. Can I blast him with a spell?
You might have one that's that far.
Yes,
Fireball
I do.
is much farther.
While he does
I
that,
use fireball.
While he does that, can Jesse and I roll again?
That's a good question. Everyone should roll for initiative at this point. We shall. Let me
Just
reset.
D20? We just use D20s for this?
No.
Oh, it's the initiative. The,
Yeah.
Like the. Yeah.
Oh, I just removed you. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Do the things, boys. The hunter, he's totally running away. Both of these guys are. Straight up, immediately. Okay,
I run after them and throw them at the giant.
you can if you'd like.
I'll do that.
That's genius.
Jarbo,
Yes.
you're up first, brother. Do you try to reload the cannon?
Reload the cannons. So good.
Did so well that as you try to pick up yet another cannonball, you do load it. But it's looking like you've forgotten the gunpowder.
Roll again.
That was your first action.
All right, roll it again.
As you try to take the cannonball out and stuff the gunpowder in, some of the water residue from the wet cannonball on the ground snuffs out the gunpowder and makes it all disgusting and goopy.
Wait, but that wasn't a bad roll. Was it? What was that? That was what, a 7? Oh,
Yes.
that's not great. That's not great.
It wasn't bad.
Don't worry, because I can reload it this time for sure.
Most definitely. With his raw sexual prowess, Jarbo starts dancing around and the cannonball itself seems to bend to his will. It jumps in, it gets completely dry and loads itself accurately as the matrix breaks just a little bit.
I don't
Man,
make
that was
things
the
bad.
sexiest thing I've ever seen.
Martasaya, you're up.
All right, I run over to these guys and I try to throw them at the giant.
Unarmed attack rolls with multiple attack penalty.
Number 1.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. So, hold on. Let's just be clear. Nick has rolled a nat 20 and 2 nat 1s so far.
That's what it sounds like
Right?
to me.
That's correct.
Alright, roll your other one with your multiple attack penalty now.
Is that just the next one?
Yeah,
It's like
The
The one
MEP.
So there's 2 dwarfs.
Yep.
Dwarfs.
Alright, man. This is gonna be a weird outcome. You grab both of the dwarfs by their respective collars, right? And as you begin to throw the first one, literally, he slips out of his overcoat that you've grabbed, and he falls directly on top of you, dealing some damage.
Ow.
11
Oh.
damage. As his fat arse sits on top of your face, you get a sniff of something that you really didn't want, and he runs off. The second one, with your renewed vigor and concentration renewed, you chuck.
Yeah.
Dealing. Roll for damage on that.
Damage.
I'd say reasonably you can chuck him 30 feet at most. That's,
Oh yeah,
It's ridiculously long. But
midget chucking, you know.
with that, the dwarf goes out in front of the cannon and literally is right poised up underneath where the next step of this giant's going to be.
Do I get another action?
Isn't he like 200 feet away still?
Yep, so
Wait,
you
so-
ran, and then you did 2 attacks, essentially.
Fair enough.
So wait, should we add the initiative of this little dwarf now?
For his life's sake, absolutely.
Yeah.
Was I close enough to hit the giant with him?
When you say, like, oh, smack him?
Yeah,
No,
like hit the giant with the dwarf.
Wow, he actually rolled pretty good. He's a monster. It's great.
Wasn't the giant like 200 feet away?
Yep. And so with this, essentially, like, let's say his turn happened, like he took another big step, and he would be on his last big step as Marchesiah threw the dwarf. At this point, the guy's foot is in the air as the dwarf is getting thrown, right? And the next thing you know, this man literally, essentially, puts his foot down. That's arranged. Could just do like. Hold on.
It's like stepping on a Lego. Like the most painful thing in the world. Plus minus 100 damage.
This is gonna be rough.
Taking it easy. See, going easy on the giant.
And yeah. Yup. The giant bears his foot down. Damn, how did that not work?
Foot crush.
The foot crush. Yes, as he puts his foot down, his toes are spread apart, and the dwarf gets stuck between the guy's toes. He's got toe lint now.
I yell, "Don't be a pussy, fight him!"
The stone giant tries to, stone giant demon tries to kick his foot off. Oh my god! And it's
See, this game's great.
the dwarf is stuck in his toe as he's trying to kick it off, right? Jeez Louise. Not happening. That dwarf is stuck firmly in the giant's toe as he continues to walk.
That's quite a
Ranges
toe
of
jam.
chaos.
A toe jam. Zarnok, what are we doing here?
I'm just gonna blast him with a big fireball,
Yeah.
right? 'Cause he's far away.
Blast him.
Blast him.
He's not far enough away to
Oh,
where
he's
you
not far
wouldn't get
enough.
hit.
Oh well, let's not do that.
Why don't you just get out of the way and then just see what happens?
I'm gonna shoot a wall of fire.
Jesse,
Put
don't
it-
you have something that can like
We'll put it right.
or like
Is it being
Like-
lengthy or is it being a circle?
do that?
Lengthy. How do I do it? How do I do it?
Do I have what?
Don't you have something that like can trap somebody or like stop them from moving?
Yeah, my boorish bone-whipping tail of agony
Something like that.
requires
Yeah.
a will save.
Just lay it right through there.
Like just far enough in front of y'all.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Zarnok sits there and starts conjuring with his wonderful, bony, goblin-like hands. You see the tips of his fingers start to turn red and orange as he projects this incredible fire and flame out in front of him. And above him rises a giant wall of fire, over 60 feet long and 10 feet high.
How tall is the giant?
It's like 30 feet, 40 feet.
So you'd say he's like up to 2 sizes bigger than me?
Definitely.
So like 2 sizes bigger.
Like
Two
one and
That
a
sizes-
half.
would be on the second size bigger.
He is 2 sizes bigger than me. Got it.
Something like that.
At least.
Confirmed. He is 2 sizes bigger than me. I'm gonna write that down.
It has been said. You have 2 more actions, and you can roll for damage. No, 1 more action. Oh, wait, no, that's a 3-action spell. Jesus. Oh, roll for
Done.
damage.
What's done is done.
Roll that damage, my boy. Taking 15 fire damage, the giant steps into the flame, trying to kick this dwarf off, who also takes 15 fire damage. The toes are burning, the dwarf is burning. The animated blade finds himself looking longingly at Jarbo.
Hey, buddy. Hey, Patrick. Let's. You wanna get in on this? You should get in there.
He sits there and nods his head enthusiastically as he runs directly through the wall of flame, taking damage.
By the way, don't be afraid to go for the butthole.
How exactly does the sword run?
Floats
Quickly and thoroughly.
quickly and thoroughly. As you commanded it to run or float through the flame, it takes damage, 15 of which, and falls to the ground inside of the flames, seemingly dead.
Well, that didn't last long.
With that, Jarbo, it is your turn again.
Hey, Blade.
Actually, with that, as the blade lies motionless and stuck in the ground, Jarbo starts contemplating life, wondering, will the last boys figure out how to beat this weird giant demon thing? Will he ever get to be part of a sword or a blade once again? Will his soul find the longing that he wants with his partner of steel? Will the Lost Boys continue to stay on Tuesday nights?
Huh?
And what will they do next after defeating this giant rip off of an entirely different series? Next time on the Lost Boys.
Dragon Ball Z.
Lay us out,
Nick,
Governor.
now, your rolls are going to carry over because we're in combat right now, just so you know.
You son of a gun.
So you're going to start next session with 2 nat 1s and a nat 20.
I would just like to say that I have a feat
Have a hand.
that called Titan Wrestler
Yeah, you do.
that allows
you
me
do.
to grapple and wrestle things up to 2 sizes larger than me. So this Titan has something coming.
I'm working on it. Yeah, you're going to try to Titan wrestle, right?
Yeah, because he's up to 2 sizes larger than me, so that's perfect.
Oh, yes. Let's hit.
I will say, you might want to wait till the fire be done. Apparently.
Nat 20 to
Patrick didn't last long with us. Team.
You did just command him to run into a wall of flame.
I didn't command him to do nothing. He is his own free agent.
With that, say goodnight, everybody. Good night.